On the couch?
Yep.
Go lay down with Mom.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we're hanging with Damian Lillard.
I try to be present, like let the kids hear my word.
We have tips to get you running the neighborhood like a local. And of course, your top plays.
Welcome to 2K TV. First up this week, we've got Damian Lillard. He's an all-star. He's a community ambassador. And we can't forget his off-the-court musical talents as well. We caught up with him earlier this season. Check it out. Welcome to 2K.
We're the land of the free and home and
really getting warmed up here. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Folks, glad you could join us tonight. It's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Portland
Trailblazers.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. DA. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much.
Attitude,
Starting
attitude.
five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair off at the 1 and the 2. Giles is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Here's Whiteside. The rebound by Giles. And you see flashes of brilliance with Harry Giles. And eventually, Chris, you think he'll put it all together?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I do, Kevin. He missed so much time in both college and his entire rookie year. I mean, a little behind the curve in that regard, but the talent is clear. And there was a reason why he was once the top-rated player in the draft.
Here's Bogdanovich.
It's
Bielitsa.
Bielitsa.
Whiteside grabs the miss. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Woo.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the inside. It's Bielitsa. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the evolution of Fox as a passer, and with every pass like that, it's obvious how far he's come.
Anthony finds Lillard. From deep three-point range, here's Whiteside. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Well, Greg, they just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
Ariza with the bucket.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there, you can flat out light it up.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Lillard comes with the double team. A pass to Fox. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And here's Anthony for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Anthony's got 5 now.
And what a selfish play from Lillard. It's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Here's Fox. Rebounded by Anthony.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
The Kings. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Nobody near Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance.
How's it going?
That's why their offense
my
looks
laptop.
so good now.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean,
Doing good?
Every hole.
No, there was a problem.
Doing what?
It says there was a problem.
A problem with what, dude?
I don't know. Hold on. I'll take a look in a second.
What they saw in the defense.
My USB stick or thing stall?
Comes with the double team. Bogdanovich finds Bielitsa. Offensive rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And that one's good. Lillard.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality. A hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Hield. And it's denied. Watching the
what the fuck?
A backcourt violation.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Hield.
Sorry for my language.
Some impressive.
Huh?
Say I'm sorry.
It says it's right protected. What happened?
That's weird.
Yeah. I didn't know you can right protect these. Oh. That's why it won't do it. What are you doing? Oh. Huh? It hurts?
Yeah, I thought I heard Tommy's count.
Oh.
I want to get him a pair of jeans.
Who?
Kevin,
Why?
for the Jack and Jill.
Yeah. Oh, for next weekend?
There's a nice, the pair he's been wearing over at, JCPenney.
Yeah. What about him?
They're getting a little short, but they fit him good.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Just trying to help him out.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Oh boy.
No luck, Kev?
No.
It's alright.
That's right, I never
See the lighting detector on there, dude.
know.
Play from him over the last month, putting up about 18 points per, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
Joseph, he's checked in for Fox. Joseph, that's good.
I mean, he has his choice of finishing. Love that he picks the finger roll. Grace with power.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bazemore for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of, but it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
Trent can't hit. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers, and it's Little finishing it off.
Playing your game?
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The Kings trail by 3. And here is Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And what is
Here's
that?
Hield. And then Lenton slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass. Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And the dunk by Len.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Swanigan kicks to Hezonja. Shoots over Bazemore, and Hezonja gets it to go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Parker, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Keeping the mid-range game going. Parker has shown before how lethal he can be from there.
Here's Little, and the jumper is on the mark. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so
Yeah, that's
much
why I never have that
confidence
issue.
and
Like,
composure.
I saw the warning deal. It's like,
But also, it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
Got the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's Joseph for 3. A rebound by Hazanya. Portland trailing here. Trent passes to Swanigan. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Kings have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Joseph, that one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, he's rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Sacramento, Harry Giles is checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Parker, and it's Barnes in for Kent Bazemore. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. And he slams it one-handed.
I like seeing Hill share the ball. How great instincts on offense. He finds guys well.
McCollum against Barnes. The offensive rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Joseph, that's good. Now it's a 5-point Kings lead.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Ariza kicks to Whiteside. It's McCollum on the wing. Over Hield. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 8 points.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Anthony on the double team. Joseph, the pass to Giles. Here's Hield. Goes back up. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for 1 more.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Sacramento making some changes. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency, by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Fox. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Lillard missing. Kings leading now. Now by 4. Bogdanovich left side. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Anthony finds Whiteside. Lets it go from deep. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Sunday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the game with the Mavericks, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
Lillard with the bucket.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
The Kings leading.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Lenz checked in for Giles. Parker comes in for Bielitz. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Bogdan Bogdanovich.
Oh, a nice pull-up J is deadly because defenders might not know when it's coming. Barnes stays unpredictable.
And it's Hazanya with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left.
Are you gonna try Rufus?
No, this other thing. It's a disk partition utility.
That's cool.
Play here in the second quarter. Here's the teardrop. You can't get that one, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
The only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite their lack of effort, Greg.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Trent. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Trent's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bazemore. No one around him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fox with the steal. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Kings on top, leading by 5. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
No.
It is a good game we have. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the center. To the paint. Here's Barnes. That shot off. Some solid defense from Lillard.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in. Fox has got 14 points.
Evolving right before our eyes. When Fox puts it all together, it's so fun to watch.
Here's Ariza. Misses the three. And the Blazers.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the memory stick coat. You fried that one too. I don't know what you do with them. You mess them up.
Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys that can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They lead by 4. Kings moving the ball around. And he banks in the layups. Fox has got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Rebound by the Kings. Bielitsa's got 4 rebounds in this game. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
3-1. And you really got to whack Bogdanovich to stop the basket. I mean, he's that skilled of a finisher.
And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Heald's checked in. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
It's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Little. Tries a 3. It's called in by the Kings.
Do it now. All right.
Yeah.
Fox with it. Lillard picks him up. Hield kicks to Bielitsa. And it's blocked by White.
You know what I found on YouTube today, dude?
Huh?
You know what I found on YouTube today? Is how to fix like written protection. Like,
oh, yeah? Why did you look that up?
just
Did you have the same issue? I mean, what made you look that up? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I just like.
Came across it?
Yeah.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Down low. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And checking out the numbers for Joseph, how his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Out that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from McCullough. The Kings have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Outside, Fox. Back to Joseph. 3-pointer. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
With the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Giles has got 7 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've got players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable. Second three-pointer of the second half. 5 overall. He's killing it from long range.
Lillard comes with the double team. Bazemore on the wing. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. From deep. Rebound by the Kings. Fox has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shoots from 14. The shot off that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And it's Lillard missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yes, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Hezonja on the wing. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Lillard missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Bazemore on the wing. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 18. Trent, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCullough. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points in 3-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Caleb Swanigan. Reza comes in for Hezonja. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. On the wing, Barnes. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Sacramento Kings. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Alex Len out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bazemore at the 3. Fox passes to Barnes. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. To the middle, Anthony dishes to Whiteside. McCollum gets to Ariza. Three-pointer. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got his 5th rebound in this one. They get it again. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And the Kings lead by 16.
No excuse for not boxing out Bogdanovich. He'll torch you for that mistake more often than not.
And that one is good. And it's 8 points for C.J. McCollum.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Good work defensively by Anthony.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Ariza brings the double inside. Here's Fox, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fox has got 25 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Scooped up. Pass to McCollum. Ariza outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Harry Giles is checked in for the Kings. Bielitsa comes in for Kent Bazemore. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Bogdanovich passes to Fox. And the pass to Giles. Right side, Bogdanovich.
Nope.
Launches it. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Back to Ariza. Portland moving the ball around. Trent. No good from outside.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. That one good for 2. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Kings leading now by 15. Here's Fox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fox has got 17 points here in the second half.
He's fearless when it comes to attacking, scoring on the move. Fox has great body control and composure on his drives.
Hands it from downtown.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Healed against McCollum. Healed the pass to Fox. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. On defense, Portland giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Fades back. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. And it's Fox with the rebound. Sacramento leading by 14. Doubled by McCollum. Passes it to Giles. Barnes with it. He kicks to Heel. Here's Bielitsa. Shot clock at 6.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for the Kings.
Tonight they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split.
Not going to answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for De'Aaron Fox.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And that one goes long. Trailblazers trail by 13. Simons. Portland again missing. Here's Farrell. Pass to Len. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. Three-pointer, Lillard. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. Ariza has the open look, and the three ball is good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Count the basket. And the Kings lead by 12.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
To the middle. They kick out to Heel. A pass to Fox. Back to Heel. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway.